Arvinder to hear about the amazing benefits of stillness technique.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Vinder. Dr. Shalini and me, we both are soul buddies also from more than 3 decades now, and from last 2 decades, we both are physicians and practicing homeopathy for more than 2 decades now. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, Samantha, you're clear. Yeah.
Okay. And we both have made this technique together. It's called the stillness technique, where we guide you to minimal movement and it recalibrates the mind, body, and soul. Dr. Shalini, over to you if you want to explain some medical part, and then I come back.
Yeah. So, hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm Dr. Shalini. Like Arvinda just said, we have been practicing homeopathy. So, we have been into the medical field for a while now. And it was only during the lockdown that we realized that we need certain, tools in our life which can quickly get us back into a healthy state in spite of the lack of medicines also. Because right in the beginning of the lockdown, there was a time we were not even able to courier the medicines. So a patient could talk to us, of course, online, but there was absolutely no way we could, give them any form of physical medicine. And that is when we decided to extend the stillness, which myself and Albinder had been practicing for a while. We decided to extend it to the patients. So it started with an experiment, literally. We started with one of our patients who was really into need of help. And when we started doing it, within a week, we noticed that his symptoms started to improve, you know, with absolutely no medicine, only the stillness technique. And of course, it was done under our guidance. And that is when we realized that this is something which can be, used by any and everybody in our daily lives. And why wait for a person to get sick? Why not start it when you're healthy enough? And if it could raise your immunity to that level, that you would not be impacted by sickness at all. So that is when we started rolling it out as a program to first our family and friends, and later a group of our patients who were willing to give it a try. So we did not ask anybody to make any changes in their life. There was absolutely no food restrictions. No, like you just, if any of you heard, either of us, one of us is a morning person, the other is a night person. So we are actually pretty different as individuals. So we did not want to make any changes in the lives of anybody. And we thought, let us first start rolling it out and see that just by sitting in stillness for a few minutes, is it able to bring a change in people's lives? And that's how it started. And within a month, we had people reporting monumental, experiences of how they were able to overcome their health, how they were able to overcome their um, improve their routines, improve their lives in general, how they could improve connections with people. And some of them even reported financial abundance, which was never on our list of to do at all. So that's how it started. And now we are well into, we have been, it's more than 18, 19 months since we have been successfully working with a lot of people. Um, yeah, so Arinder.
So what does it do and how does it help you in your body is? The homeopathic principle for cure is to bring back mind, body, and soul into alignment. And the absence of the medicine made us do this to our with our patients, with our own self. What stillness brings is it brings back our mind, body, soul in a straight line or in an alignment, and that improves our health. So we are not giving you any healing like other healing therapies. When you get healing over here, we are not giving you any healing. It is your own body's healing capacity which is improving by going into stillness. So your own capacity of doing many other things also improve, like your efficiency at work improves, your health definitely improves from small little allergies to any chronic disease or any mental ailment that you're going through. We have worked with children and individuals who have gone through some emotional disturbances or hyperactive children or people going into depression. We have worked with those kind of patients also. And patients who have just come out of ICU, especially in this corona time. We have got many patients who have just come out of ICU after corona or after paralysis in all forms of diseases. And the recovery was faster than usual if they are doing it. Of course, a patient who is out of ICU can't do to the level that we all do as a normal human being. But whatever level they were able to reach, however they were able to do, it improved them. And their physicians were amazed to see the improvement. So when we go into least movement, our body, our concentration of our conscious mind and subconscious mind align to each other. And that brings us back into right alignment for health, what we call vitality, health, or improvement of health. Dr. Shalini and I have always been healthy. I think so from last many years, except for the vaccination, we did not see fever coming in our thermometers and experience that in our life. But yes, even the aspect of that, when we were going through the vaccinations and stuff, even that the healing was very fast. Dr. Shalini, over to you.
Yeah, so we would be giving you a small demo of what we actually do in the workshop when we ask you to go into stillness. But before that, is there anybody who would want to know anything just about what we have spoken in the past 10 minutes? If anybody wants any clarification, do you want to ask? Dipti, do you think we should go ahead with the demo, or should we?
I think we can go ahead with the demo and then have question answers, because once people experience it, then I feel there are more questions on what they went through.
I understand. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I request everybody to sit comfortably. So I am presently sitting on a chair which has armrest. So I'll be able to place my hands on the armrest. But otherwise, if you're sitting somewhere where you do not have armrest, you can place your hands on your thighs. Preferably, you should be in a sitting posture. A chair or a couch is the best. But if you're sitting on the bed, we ask you to extend your legs outside. So keep your legs outstretched in front of you. Be comfortable. Have a backrest. That will give you the support for the next minute. I'll just do it for a minute so that you just experience it. So request everybody to sit straight with back erect and well supported. Sitting on a chair or a couch is the best form of, doing this practice. But make sure your feet are touching the floor. If they're not touching the floor, you must adjust your posture accordingly. Sometimes just moving up and about might help you actually reach the floor. Otherwise, it'll be good to place a stool under your feet. So you can probably listen as now and later make sure these are the arrangements you have while you're sitting. If sitting on the floor or on the bed, keep your feet outstretched in front of you. Do not fold them. Place your hands on your thighs or wherever they are comfortable, with the palms facing upwards. So your palms should be facing upwards towards the sky. The fingers should be well spaced out. Let them be naturally curled. And well spaced out for a good flow of energy. Do not be holding the fingers in any of the mudras, which we usually do when we are sitting in meditation. So let it be just an open palm facing the sky. And be comfortable. So place your hands on your thighs or on the armrest. And keep your eyes gently closed. And start observing your breath. Observing our breath is the best way to center ourselves. Notice how the breath feels cool as you breathe in through your nostrils, and the breath feels warm as you breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep the concentration at the tip of your nose and feel the sensation of your breath being cool as you take it in and warm as you take it out. Now observe your breath and notice how it swells your chest up as you take it in, and the chest wall falls back as you breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice how your stomach swells up as you breathe in and falls back as you breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now that we are centered by observing our breath, let us go towards complete physical stillness, starting from our feet. Make sure your feet and your toes are absolutely still. Any movement, just make sure you're settling it down. Relax your legs. Move up. Come into the hands. Make sure your hands and your fingers are absolutely still. There should be no movement in your fingers. If there's any involuntary movement, just breathe into your fingers and allow it to settle down. Moving up on the body, keep your back relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Make sure your head, neck, and back are in alignment so that you're able to maintain an erect posture. Relax the tongue in your mouth. Relax your nostrils and let the breathing be normal. Relax your eyes. If possible, you can fix your gaze between your eyebrows with your eyes closed. And now still your eyeballs and eyelids. You might observe a little bit of flickering in the eyelids. Please allow that to settle down. Relax your forehead. Any thoughts that you might have during this time, just allow them to be. Do not engage with your thoughts, but neither try to manipulate them. Become a silent observer of your thoughts. Let them just come and go. Now your complete body should be in stillness from the toe to your head. The only movement allowed is the movement because of your breath. Let us stay in this physical stillness for the next 1 minute. I will remind you at the end of the minute. Wiggle your toes. Gently move the fingers of your hands. Relax your body. Rub your hands, the palms. You can place them on your eyes for a couple of seconds. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes with a big broad smile. Yeah. So this is how we take you into stillness. Of course, this is a very short part of it. We do have another part to the practice, but this is essentially what we do.
So anybody would like to share their experience or have questions?
Yes, so if free to ask. It'll be good to ask in case you have some doubts, which will help you practice this later with your own self.
Okay, Dr. Shalini, when you asked to, silence the mind and this thing, a lot of thoughts kept coming regarding the work,
Right.
regarding the breakfast that I need to make and all that.
I understand. Yeah.
And usually when I try to go to this kind of stillness, I'll have this body movement, either anti-clockwise or clockwise. So when you said if there is any movement, send the put the breath into that and make sure it's still. So
Right.
I tried, but still my body kept moving. So why is that, and how to make it to be still?
So Veena, have you actually been practicing some form of? Are you into any kind of a spiritual practice?
No, right now I'm
Can you hear
into
me?
all kind of healing modality.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So see
hello.
what happens. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, okay. So any kind of practice, any practice for that matter does take a little bit of while. We need to, observe it for a few days before we are able to perfect it. So this is the same with stillness. Now, we are so used to doing something all the time, especially as women, we are always multitasking, whether we are working or not, there's always something to do. Like you yourself said, even to sit for a couple of seconds, you had your mind going to the breakfast, which needs to be, which is very essential, of course. So these kind of thoughts will take a while for them to settle. Physical stillness might even take longer to settle. because we are so used to doing something all the while. So sometimes we are just not able to imagine that just sitting still might help us. You understand? So when we start doing it repeatedly every day, when we set aside, say, 5 minutes or maybe through 2 minutes, like, or 1 minute, like we did just now, because you will get this recording. So maybe you can do it 1 minute to start with, which we did just now. And gradually over a period of time, you will see how easy it becomes for you to just sit in silence and just sit still for a bit. It is a practice. So doing it for the first time, doing it for a first couple of days, it might not appear to be something which is possible to do, or might not appear to be something that can give you the kind of benefits we are talking about. But we recommend you just do it and practice at your own end and just see how it helps you. So it's absolutely fine. Like I said, like even before we sat into stillness, I said it's okay, let the thoughts come and go. So if it's breakfast initially, if it's the chores to be done initially, it will keep coming. But you'll realize as you keep going into the practice, your thoughts might also start to be more reflective. Initially, it might be to do with something which you have to immediately attend to. Gradually, they might go in deeper. And then we have observed people coming back to us talking about memories of long lost memories of childhood and sometimes even longer. So, this is how we gradually start getting deeper into our own self. So the things which we need to attend to is the surface, which we have to attend to. There's no other way with it. And gradually, when we start stilling it, it's like the water. So when it starts stilling and there's nothing else, there's not even a single ripple, only then will you be able to see the bottom. So it's the same.
Yeah, Dr. Shalini, so it takes time for us to even to get into that mode, yeah. While you were
Of course.
guiding us, it took a
Yes.
long time for us. And then by the end of 1 minute, I was totally in there. And for me, every time it is very
Yes.
difficult to come out of it. Come out of it
So you
on my own.
start enjoying it.
You need to
Yeah,
say,
but when someone else does like you, like some other people, when they guide us to go to the stillness, it will be awesome. But when we try on our own, it's quite difficult.
so see what happens when somebody is guiding you. This is all energy, right? We are all talking of energy. Any kind of healing is ultimately all an energy exchange. So when somebody is guiding you, there's a lot of energy of that other person also coming into play.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right? So so it's like the energy always flows from the higher to the lower. I mean, that's the way energy exchange happens, right? So whenever you are doing it under a guidance, it might not be a physical, like we did it live right now. So even if it is a recording you pick up, or even if it's a YouTube or it's some kind of a audio you pick up, there is still some kind of energetic flow which happens from the person who's guiding you. So
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes helps to calm us down. So if we agree to the energy of the other person, or so that is when our energies tend to settle down. But once you are into the practice for a while, say 1 month, 2 months, depends on how much time it takes for you. It is usually within a month, we have observed everybody is able to settle into it, have to be guided.
Mm-hmm.
So till then, it's okay to be guided, right? It's all right if somebody is guiding you and giving you that when to, that cue to come out and get into it. That's all right initially.
But
Me
I
and
don't
Arvind
feel
also,
like coming out.
that's wonderful. So that shows that how
Nothing
much of
beats
still.
that.
Yeah, Arvind, you want to talk?
Huh?
Yeah, Arvind.
Hinaji, if you are able to enjoy the stillness, nothing to beat that.
Okay.
So
And
see,
when we are
as a
guiding, as Dr. Shalini said, that the energy flow is there. The other thing is that when we are guiding, or anybody, when you're listening to a guided meditation or a guided
Mm-hmm.
stillness, the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that your conscious mind is not running to the breakfast. It is running to hear the voice. Your mind and your ear are concentrating on the voice. So
Mm-hmm.
that helps you to go into least movement faster than practicing on your own.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
And
So your
then the
conscious
sort of,
mind gets busy in listening to the
yeah,
voice, and that is when your subconscious is able to rise. Because
All
it's very
right.
difficult for us. See, when do we get the subconscious becomes active only when we are able to silence our conscious mind.
Correct.
And the silencing is the most difficult. So when you start concentrating on a voice, that is when it automatically silences down. And probably
And
that
even
is
if
why
you are not able to be still, like you said just now, that you had some movement somewhere, the alignment starts to happen the moment you start concentrating on a guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're quietening your conscious mind, so your subconscious and conscious mind come into action together.
All right.
Even if you were not still, you had some jerks or some movement anywhere in your body, that is okay. Over the period of time with practice, you'll reach, where you won't have any movement.
All
So you
right.
can probably read more about it. Our conscious mind, I think, is only about 10% of our mind. 90% is subconscious. So if we are able to tap into even 10% of the subconscious, you can imagine the mammoth of mind we are opening up.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just trying to any kind of a practice, any kind of spiritual practice which asks you to go inwards is actually asking you to tap into your own subconscious. And once you're able to tap into it, you do raise your immunity, you do raise your the way you live. I mean, we can just go on and on about it. That is why we open it to questions, because if we start talking, because then it appears like, for somebody who is not experienced it appears like we're just kind of saying something out of road. But,
It looks like this much, but the impact is this big. Chota packet, bada dhamaka.
Huge.
Okay.
So you don't really need to be sitting for hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we are trying to approach very simple. It can be done by anybody and everybody, and it need not be done for hours. It can be done just for a few minutes
Mm-hmm.
initially, and then probably
So for the health benefit, a few
you can
minutes is
start reaping.
sufficient.
Okay.
Absolutely sufficient.
All right.
Yeah. So please start observing it. You can listen to this recording if you want to. You could join us at our workshops. Either way, just start doing it immediately. And once you see that it's helping you, you'll be able to, I don't know, you'll be able to do it with a little more faith in what you're. So sometimes initially, it's just important to just start. Yeah.
So there is no fixed time. I mean, we can do anytime.
See, ideally, the fixed time is absolutely early in the morning, when the moment you wake up, and the last thing you do before you sleep, because that is when our subconscious is the most active. So the moment we wake up, we are still delirious. We have not yet woken up completely. That is when if you do it. And similarly, when you get sleepy, you're just about to sleep. If you do it, it is the most beneficial. But having said that, please, to start with, if you feel taking a bath helps, if you feel being more alert helps, or anything, any time of the day when you are able to squeeze in those few minutes for yourself, just start doing it then. Okay. And then once you get, you are more expert at it, you can gradually start, doing it at a more appropriate time when you feel it can benefit you even more.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
So I'll just share my experience if that helps people. So what happens, especially Veena, to answer your question, when you do it over a period of time, these body movements, the thoughts, they are nothing but resistances because we are not used to being still. So when your body moves involuntarily, your thoughts come, they are the resistance from us physically and mentally because they don't like what's happening. So when you do it over a period of time, and especially when you do it guided, where it goes directly into your subconscious, we train ourselves also because we are building that muscle. Because at the end of the day, everything that we do, see whether let's say you want to learn a new dish or you want to learn a new sport, you have to practice and develop a muscle. So I believe that even stillness is like developing a muscle. So today, if you're doing it for 2 minutes, continue doing for 2 minutes for a few days, and then you see that you'll be able to move it to 3 minutes or 4 minutes because this 2 minutes muscle has been built. So over a period of time, you start building that muscle to 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay. Doctor, you can correct me.
Absolutely. So we are actually advising, we don't even advise 5-10 minutes, but yes, you're absolutely right. See, like Veena ji herself said, that when you are in that state, you don't feel like getting up. It's difficult for you to come out of it. So the moment you start getting into that stage where you feel so elated by being there, you can extend it to whatever time you want. But to start with, to get your health in place, to build your immunity up, Just a few minutes is enough. That's what we are, wanting to tell you.
Okay.
Because we have been
I'll start.
observing it. Yeah. So we have worked with patients. We have worked with healthy people. We both have been working it on our own selves for really a long period of time to be able to confidently say that just a few minutes is enough. But yes, consistency is the most important. So
like
you
you
cannot
brush
be
your teeth every day and you change your toothpaste all of a sudden.
every day. Yeah. You
Don't like
change
the
your
flavor.
dress.
So your mind is not liking the flavor to be still.
So it has to be done repeatedly. And that is what we are telling. So once you get into the routine of it, because it's so simple, because it just takes a few minutes. So the moment you are more into the practice, you can just be sitting and you'll go still like that. Instantly, you will be able to sit still.
Yeah.
But then to reach that, you have to build a muscle like.
You won't believe, Veena-ji, we have people with us, we have patients who have healed and they still join the program time and again just to be, to make it a consistent habit. And it's like, it's like having that first glass of water for them every day.
Mhm.
So
That
our
is how this
workshop is for,
habit is, yeah.
yes.
So our
So our
workshop
workshop
is
is for 40 days. So we believe in 40 days, you are able to actually build it enough to be on your own. But like Arvinda said, we do have patients who keep coming back to us, wanting to come back to our workshop, although they have been doing it perfectly well on their own. So sometimes that little bit of assistance helps. But then everybody to each on own. So we recommend through a platform like Heal Clinic, wanting to reach out to as many people we want as possible and wanting them to get into this practice. So most or many of them will be able to do it on your own. If not, you please revert to us.
Yeah, I think the best part about that program is that, like they said, it's a 40-day program and it's not a long program. In the sense, every day you just need a commitment of, I think it's 15 minutes, right? 10 minutes.
10 to 15.
It's a commitment of 10 minutes. So there's no theory before or after. You log into it, and in those 10 minutes, Dr. Shalini and Dr. Arvind take you through the stillness program, take you through that whole exercise, and you're done.
Yes.
So they're starting a new batch on Monday. That's the 12th. In case anybody is interested, please message me and I'll send you the details. And you do it for 40 days. And then, like they said, either you can start doing it on your own or you can enroll in their next program.
Yes.
So, but it's a good starting place if you have difficulty in, doing meditation or going into stillness on your own, because it kind of, you commit to something at a particular time, those 10 minutes for yourself, which is, I think we find it very difficult if we have to do it on our own.
Initially, yes, you're right.
So ma'am, in 15 minutes, so 5 minutes of meditation we'll be doing?
Yes, so we, because sometimes we will take for guidance, right? Initially, like you must have observed, even now it takes about 1 to 2 minutes.
Correct.
Stillness, which is sitting absolutely still. And then we have second program also to it. So we have 2 parts to the program. The first part is the stillness. The second part is another exercise, again, to help you raise your immunity. And we pack it up within 10 to 12 to 13 minutes max.
What exercise? Sorry.
Again, that is a immunity building exercise. Again, it is similar to stillness. Again,
breath work? Stillness itself.
Yeah. So that the whole thing takes about 10 to 12 minutes. And we do it Monday to Sunday, every day with absolutely no breaks in the middle.
May I know the time, please?
We do it
9:30 p.m.
9:30 p.m. in the night at 8 o'clock in the morning. There are 2 time slots. You could choose either or.
8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you.
Great. So you could contact Deepthi at Heal Clinic for more details.
Yeah, sure.
So in fact, I would say that if you have any friends and families who you think can benefit from this, the recording of this will go up on a YouTube channel by today afternoon. So you could share it with them. And if anybody's interested, I mean, if not even from Monday, if they want to join a week later, I think that's also okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
So yeah, because we are doing it every day, just that a fresh batch helps to get people together. But yes, you can approach a Heal Clinic anytime, whenever is your calling, I would say. Please feel free to.
So anybody else has any questions regarding what they have just spoken about, or regarding the program, or anything else to do with stillness?
I think we were very clear, Deepthi.
Yes. No, I think once you do the demo, now you actually experience that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So because we do not have too many participants right now, as and when people do it on their own after watching the video, I do recommend please reach out and experience it for yourself.
Yeah, no, that's something even I would recommend. I mean, not just because it's a program, but it's an extremely good practice. It's a lifelong practice. So if you do this 40
Yes.
days, then it
Of
becomes a
course.
lifelong habit.
Yeah.
And you'll realize that how much of a difference it makes. I mean, I think the first thing it affects is your sleep quality. That's something
Absolutely.
you'll see a huge difference in, that even if you sleep for
Yeah.
those 5-6 hours, but the quality deepens.
Yes.
The deep
Yes.
sleep improves.
Yeah. So you
First-hand
get up
experience.
fresher. Yeah, you get up fresher in the morning. Your productivity
And
increases, your
yeah, the
focus
second thing is
increases.
that your concentration improves. The first change that you'll see is that, like most of us, we are doing 10 things together in our mind when we need to do only one thing physically. So that concentration improves. With children specifically, we have seen this improvement in concentration levels, even with elders. But like children are the ones who are when parents and patients see that the results have improved, so the concentration improves marginally, not to start with, not in a day or two, but yes, with regular practice. And then the other health, of course. Like in my case, I'm a runner, so my running capacity improved. The distance, the time, the speed, everything improved over the period of time.
I've experienced that you start enjoying your work more, what you do. I
Of
don't know if
course, no
that
doubt
makes sense.
about
There's
it.
more
Absolutely.
joy in when you're doing it because you're more present. I think that comes
You
from
are in
In
the now.
24
You are.
hours, I have 48 hours now. Dr. Shalini and I are doing multiple things at the same time, reading multiple stuff. It's not just talking about our own self, but thanks to stillness technique, our working capacity has improved multifold. Isn't it, Shalini?
Yes, I mean, so that like I said, we can just go on and on because this is something we have experienced it and we've been practicing it for
Okay, so
so
I'll ask a
long.
question based on what Dr. Arvinda said that for kids. So, what's the minimum age for someone to enroll in this program?
See, they can start at any age, but for a child to be able to sit still with no movement, I think it has to be at least a 10-year-old child. Although we have seen children
7 years old. We
even
practiced with
younger.
7 years old.
Yeah, so we did practice with a 7-year-old, and the parents were very happy with the results. But yeah, maybe around 10 would be the ideal age. Whenever if your child is of a quieter disposition and you feel that he or she can sit quietly for a few minutes, why not? Why not? So there's no age for it. You could start any time you want, but you have to be able to understand that this is a practice where a child needs to sit in a place. So
Right.
when we are able to build that, you can imagine how many things the child will be able to do later. That is the most tough part, no, to make a child sit in a place.
Yeah.
So anybody can start. I would not want to limit it to age, but we have observed that yes, around that age, around 10 would be
Right.
the age children are more comfortable.
Okay, amazing. Anybody else has anything else to ask before we close this program?
Nothing to ask really. I think a lot of my questions already got answered. But I'd like to thank Dr. Shalini and Dr. Arvind. To be honest, I have been reading a lot about such things. There's a lot of sessions that my company also does, but never actively sat and tried something. So even though it was just a couple of minutes, I felt it was quite powerful. So
Thank you, Vinibha. Thank you so much for
Thank
making
you so
time.
much.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's what we've been telling. So, sometimes reading about it, knowing about it, we all know about it. Having been brought up in the Indian setup, most of us have been exposed to some kind of a spiritual practice or not. I mean, whether it's chanting or anything. But the moment we do it, actually, that is when we know the difference. And sometimes knowing as much as you want is no replacement for the practice. So you have to make time, have to sit for those few minutes and experience it for to be able to reap the benefits. So that's what we are really wanting all of you to do. So me and Arvinder have made it as our mission to be able to reach each and
Every household.
every house. I mean, whatever it takes for us.
I think it's amazing because I also think it solves a lot of social problems in our country because when you get into
Absolutely.
stillness, a lot of issues
Yes.
with people around you, how you react to people, that
Absolutely.
changes. So a lot of, I mean, I call it in a broad term as Sasbahu to include everybody, but a lot of those things you will start finding differences.
No, actually, when we started the initial group of people, I did have my mother-in-law there.
Yes.
yes, it is important to include
So it
because
And
is.
your
you know,
family
patients
is
who are doing with us, they have said their relationships have improved. And
relationships
some
do
single
improve.
people have found their relationship forming. That is a
See, your
breakthrough.
vibration. I do not know. See, I can just, your vibration will improve, right? Anything
Yeah.
you give attention to, anything you give that kind of a time to would start. So, if your vibration rises to a particular level, you will attract the right person in your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the right opportunity in your life, or the right kind of people around you. So it will just, that circle will just start expanding and expanding. But please start to create it in the first place is what we're requesting you.
The creation starts from 1 minute that we did just now.
It starts from us, from that 1 minute around us, and then you will see it expanding, and you'll be amazed at what all you have changed and improved, because the consciousness of every human being changes. That is how the consciousness of the earth changes, right? And that is how we will be able to overcome all these kinds of communicable or other diseases or these pandemics which we are seeing. I mean, that is the only way to get over them, right? To rise above them. And rising above is improving our own immunity, rising above that they should not be able to impact us in the first place, right?
Okay, there was something interesting that you mentioned in the beginning, that a lot of your clients experience financial abundance.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think that's something if you could just explain for people, because that's something that all of us connect to very well.
Yes. So if there's somebody who is, because a lot of people did lose their job, and initially in the pandemic, there were a few people who approached us, that they didn't tell us that it was for the job as such, but they told us they were, because it will reverberate, right? Your other areas of our life start to get impacted, and they had approached us for a different thing, maybe some kind of mental instability and stuff like that. But when they practiced stillness, they were able to actually find that job they had been seeking for so long. And I think it is just the energy spreading, right, Arvinder? Isn't it? I mean, because you raise
Absolutely.
your energy to that level, the right kind of thing just falls into your lap. You will be
You know,
just,
your conscious and subconscious are aligned. As we say, God doesn't want bad to happen to anybody. So it is our own thought process which is hampering us most of the time when it comes to our health or our emotions
so
or
it
our
is that
financial
resistance,
matters.
like you yourself had said, no? Maybe
So
it
we
was
are
that
just
resistance to get
cutting
that
down
right.
the resistance.
And that is when you attract the right thing in your life. And they reported the financial abundances. People with businesses collapsed, things which had completely given away because of the pandemic. They reported that they were able to get back to
People
things.
have started new businesses. There are
Yeah.
people who were healthy and who joined us just because, they found it interesting in one of the seminars, webinars like these. They just joined us, and when we asked that because we asked you if there's any health issue, just write it down somewhere. So they said, no, we just want to join it. And one of them within a month told that, she was promoted. And the other
Yeah.
one said that she's doing something else side by side.
She was able to branch into her, we have, since we have not taken permission, we cannot tell you the names and stuff, but they were
Yeah.
able to branch and take a different set of work altogether in
Yeah.
these times, which
There's
is
a
like,
person with us who is doing 3 different kind of jobs altogether.
yeah. So people are able to actually, so sometimes we don't give the benefit. Sometimes, we don't realize that it is because of stillness that had happened. And but when they start joining doubts, we start like asking them again and again, what did you do? Can you please write out? Can you please tell us what changed? And they tell, oh yeah, even this part of my life changed. Oh yeah, actually this financial benefit also. So somebody I know very personally was relocating, and she was relocating the country. She was able to so smoothly go ahead. I mean, just before the lockdown, they were able to fly out of the country. Just before the things were getting in there, they were able to sell off stuff which they needed to move. And sometimes we are not immediately able to give that credit to the stillness. But then later, after a week, 10 days, when she settled, and she said, yeah, actually, even this happened. Even this happened so smoothly. So it's the abundance just flows in every direction of your life. So you might start initially to want to settle into your routine, or want to, just ask something as small as waking up or getting into a practice, just things like that, or maybe getting better marks for a student or for a lady, being able to manage the work in a better way. But you will notice how each and every area of your life just starts aligning.
The first thing that you would notice is that you will not respond to most of the things in your day. You will stop responding without any
So me and Ravinder have been talking
reacting and responding.
how not the right people are just not around us anymore.
Yeah, we are not
They're
able
just
to
not-
connect, or they are not able to connect with us. And we
We are
don't
not
react
able-
anymore.
we
We
it's
don't
not a
respond or react
disagreement.
to everything.
There's no
much happening.
disagreement. So it's not like we are fighting
Yeah.
or getting into an argument to get out of a situation.
They just walked out of our lives.
And it's only when they've walked out and after a month you realize, oh, that person has not bothered us for so long. Why? Because the person is not there around us anymore. So, that is how you vibrationally start creating your own life. And that is what they talk about, that we actually create our own life.
Yeah.
We do create our, so we get the right people, we get the right job, we get the right finances because we are attracting it. And how we attract it when we raise to that level.
Yeah, but first we get the right health and the right mindset.
Yeah. So if you're not healthy, we just can't do anything, right? Even probably some of us who wanted to attend, today's session might not be able to do though, because you are not able to just, make that extra effort of waking up maybe 10 minutes or half an hour earlier. So sometimes it's just that initial thing which needs to break out.
And you don't need to go to Himalayas to do the stillness. Like we say that go to Himalayas to do the sadhana or to sit in the samadhi.
See, ultimate is samadhi. And yes, if you do feel guided that the world is not for you and you need to go to the Himalayas, that will come around. We are not saying that that is not the right way or that would not. But to start with, your life, your finances, your family, that is the core, that is important, and that will fall in place. That's what we are saying. I hope we've made our point. We've been going on and on.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think people need to get back to their daily chores.
I'm sure we've already taken away. We thought,
because I'm seeing that.
We can go on and on for another hour.
Let's just put an end to it.
Off.
Please do. Please
so
do. Yeah.
Let's do that. And anybody who's interested, like we said, they have a new batch starting on Monday. So do just ping me and get enrolled, because I think it's really, really worth it. To know, I also look at stillness, their program, as a part of your self-care routine, like something that you do for yourself.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So thank you so much for everybody who joined in, and to Dr. Shalini and Dr. Arvinder.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
See you.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.